Extending the dog kennel. Yeah, today we had the dog kennel and we wanted to extend it a little bit. I only wanted two extra panels, but the guy made me buy 4. You know, so the dogs are camping out. And right here we got, it's they normally come 10 by 10, and then we got another one. So we put a 10 by 10, open one side, and then open the other 10 by 10. So that made it a 30 by 10. So now it's, see how big this thing is. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's a 50 by 10 now. You know, gave him another 20 feet. And I wanted to go through the woods or extend it on the back, but I don't really have the right equipment to do that. So you see the dogs are happy. You know, and it's 10 foot wide and like 50 foot long. Yep. So now they got more room to play, have a good time. They got a tent there, which is really cool. They go camping every day. You know, and they got the water and the food. And I had these had chicken wire over the top of it, but the wind blows this thing, and with it being long like this, I'm gonna have to brace it because it's wanting to bend in. But just in case the birds wanted to fly over, I'm gonna leave this other post. I see dogs walking around here all the time, so hopefully the dogs, they'll stay near the food. So it's 20 by 10 that's open, so you know, hopefully it won't hurt them. See, they got the nice little play area now. I got one dog that's real small. You know, hopefully the birds won't come down and snatch him. But eventually I'll probably cover it anyway, just to be on the safe side. As you know, we've lost had one dog die of old age, and the little dog and another dog dug out, and I had them chipped, but one of them didn't have lost the name tag, and the little dog, he's like a pig dog. He pees everywhere, so he's cute, but he's like a little pig. So they called us, said, you know, hey, come get him, because you know they were animal lovers, so they could have kept the black dog because they were running together, or she could have got away. I had them chipped, but they don't call you if anything happens, and you had to keep calling, and then you have to pay a fee if you want them to call you if anything happens. But if people in the country, they can go to Tractor Supply, get basic necessities for a dog, so they're not gonna go to a vet, especially if it's a good dog, healthy. Because out in the country, you know, people kind of live off the land. Like, we first moved here, and the dogs were real bad digging up under the fence. So we took like an old chicken coop, and the lumber was still good, and you know, put it with nails down and put it along the fence so the dogs wouldn't dig out. So you know, in your country, you try to reuse everything you have to save money, because you know, even though taxes are cheaper, you spend a lot more on gas because you live away from the city, so it takes a long time to get to work. You know, right now, um, I'm about 10 miles from where I might be working in about a month or whenever it's a new company. So I'm excited about that. But now the dogs, they got more room, and you know, I wanted them to have more room so they could run. And look what they in there doing. He's in there, he's in the doggy bed. And the other one's chilling out on the ground. So, you know, maybe they got too much room, but they are in the new area. One of them is. He's enjoying that additional little 20 by 10, extra 200 square feet. So, you know, I guess it's a 50 by 10. They should be like 500 square feet. So, you know, it's probably half as big as a house. That's not bad. The dogs, they got more room than we do. If you shrunk us down, it's like a mansion, you know. So they're having a good time being out here in the country, and they're all calm and happy, tails wagging, and just enjoying the country life and breathing the fresh air. You know, you gotta wear a mask out here in the country. Nobody else around except the animals, and they don't want to come around you. They're too fast. But there's a bunch of cats around here. Somebody feeds them, and every now and then the dogs were just making a ruckus. I was like, what is all that noise? So I opened the door, and the cat just takes a leap. He looks like Superman or a super cat. He just flies off the thing, and 2 or 3 seconds, he's gone. I didn't even see where he went. I just seen him like a buzz, but I recognized him a cat because when he was flying, he couldn't go any faster. So that was kind of the slowest part he was. But as soon as he hit the ground, he's gone. And we must have spilled some dog food or had some crumbs, or my grandson could have had something on the porch that you know, he wanted to come up here and eat. So he got him probably a little snack and took off. You know, and we've had the neighbors' dogs come down here, and we had to be careful with our trash now because they'll get into it. So, you know, if we take trash, I had to put it in the truck to haul it off. But it's nice. It's peaceful being out in the country, and I just love it. I mean, you can hear in the distance cars going down the road, like the big trucks, and sometimes a motorcycle, and sometimes guns shooting. But beside that, it's relaxing. You just, you know, watch a little TV, sit on the porch, take your nap. It's almost like being retired. It's like, well, wait a minute, I gotta work, you know, a few more years before I can retire. But even my beard's trying to catch up with me. Say, I'm getting white. You know, I got a red beard, but I'm getting gray everywhere. So my beard's trying to retire. It's trying to say, hey, enjoy the life, you know. Blood pressure's good. Got to cut down the sweets though. But feel pretty good. Got the fence done today. Real simple stuff, you know. It's just these two these little anchor bolts they got. Well, not anchor bolts, but woo, big old bug. There's bugs everywhere out here. I think you can see it. Yeah, that right there, you just, 2 brackets. They hold one about 75% up top, 25% down the bottom, and that makes it nice and sturdy. It gives it a good, strong brace to stand up. The wind blows a little bit, so I might have to brace it because it's so oblong, you know. But the dogs, they don't really care about TV too much. Sometimes we have one dog that's inside the house. It's my wife's little baby. But these dogs, you know, I didn't want the bad things to get them, and they're all just chilling out, listening to me talk. So I'm probably putting them to sleep. But see, they even got a satellite dish, so you know they can pick up channels. And dogs are real good at super hearing, so they're probably getting, you know, Dancing with the Stars, or Sunday night they're probably watching The Walking Dead and having a good time. And you know, they might even be picking up my YouTube channel because they're relaxing now. They know I'm recording, and they're being real good, just looking at me and say, yeah, man, tell everybody about us. We're happy. We're like gonna be stars on Mr. O'Wow's channel, you know. So they just having a good life living here. And we had a big old thing, 5 gallons, to feed them with dog food, and it rained, so I got to get something to cover the dog food. And it looked good, but when I went to refill it, it had some moldy dog food in it, so that wasn't good. So, you know, you got to keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on the water, even though it's 5 gallons. You want to make sure it stays fresh and doesn't turn green or anything. You know, keep little babies healthy. And you can hear the cows in the distance. I don't know if you can hear that. Hear it? Because there's lots of noises out here, but it's not as noisy as it was. But when you listen, there's noises. But when you just kind of going through or half asleep, it's quiet. There are noises, but they're really, really, really low noises. Low noise. You know, there's more animals than anything. So you got the whole neighborhood of animals, little lizards, and there's snakes. And this is what I've seen: squirrels, a bunch of squirrels, deer, loose dogs running around, coyotes. Hadn't seen them, but I've heard they're here. And the lady that keeps all the cats, I guess the cat lady, they'll attack her cats. But she has a bunch of cats, so they're probably, people don't like coyotes, so they try to get rid of them. So the coyotes kind of have a big circle, and they'll just keep working that circle. And while they don't feel threatened, they work an area, and then once people run them off, they'll go somewhere else. And then, you know, the bigger dogs will run them off too, not just people or traffic or anything. Construction, you know, and then they'll just keep moving and eventually come back. And then some people get rid of some of the coyotes, you know. But I just thought I'd share. I wanted to do the fence putting it together, but I had to use all my hands, and my wife had to use her hands, so she helped me. It was a marriage project. You know, the dogs are happy, and we first, well, you know, used what we had, and then I bought some, I did buy some like landscaping timbers, and I put them down because they didn't like some of the boards that were here. But then this time on the extension, I had an old fence I took down, and I laid it on the inside of the fence as a barrier. So, you know, it'd be hard to dig through that and it won't hurt them. So I didn't have to buy anything. And nature has a way of taking over. So if, like, they were laying on the ground, the ants already made homes in them. So, you know, everything gets used by everything. You drop food, an animal will get it. If you leave something on the porch that's light, the wind to get it, and then it'll blow into somewhere and you have to go find it. Then a bird might take it and make a nest out of it. So, I mean, everything, it's got its own little country ecosystem. So, you know, I just wanted to share about the fence today. I'm proud that we got it done. So, extending my camping dog fence. Sound like a good title, don't it? So stay cool. We'll talk at you later.